everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm Kidest, and this is where I share tips, insights, guidance on consciousness evolution, the nature of consciousness and reality, co-creation, manifestation, personal development, and all of that good stuff. And my intention for my channel here is to really provide you with the insights, valuable guidance that I can provide to help you create a life that is truly satisfying. And in this post, I want to talk about the one thing that you can do to really step into your power to have the life you desire to live. So here we go. What's that one thing, according to me, that you can do to really create the life that's satisfying, the life that's enjoyable, the life that's empowered, the life that can ultimately wow you in how creatively satisfying life on earth can be? That one thing, according to me, is making that shift to a consciousness first world view. Now, I talk about this in a lot of my work, my courses, my books. One of the main things that I touch on, this one thing that I touch on in a lot of what I do, is shifting to that perspective, making that paradigm shift, making that mindset shift to recognize that consciousness is the fundamental starting point of all experience, that everything that we know as physical life emerges out of this field of consciousness, this fundamental field of intelligence that's been called a great many different names by different traditions. What that does, what that expansion of your perspective does, is it begins to give you the awareness, the standpoint, the vantage point that you need to be able to begin to shift not only your thoughts and emotions, your sort of internal experience, if you will, but it gives you the vantage point to be able to influence reality at a fundamental level itself. Now, a lot of the things I talk about here on my channel are about conscious creation, deliberate creation, manifesting the things that you want, and that has a big part of success in that area has to do with your ability to self-regulate and your ability to influence emerging potentials in a way that they actualize into the experiences that you want. And that takes that vantage point of consciousness preceding all circumstances, consciousness coming before all phenomenal experience, all phenomenal reality. Different traditions describe this differentiation between the manifested world and the unmanifested in different ways. Whether you talk about the, localized experience and the non-local, or the noumena and the phenomena, or the, as I've said, unmanifest and manifest. There's the unseen and the, visible. There's different distinctions that have been given to this fundamental nature of reality out of which all things emerge. How do you do that? How do you make that shift into a consciousness first worldview perspective, into a consciousness first worldview paradigm? You have to first know what your current paradigm is. What do you think is the cause of physical reality? What do you believe is why things are as they are in your daily life and in the sort of broader landscape of world experiences? What do you think is at back of those experiences? Get to know what your current belief system says is the cause of why the world is the way that it is, why your life is the way that it is, why you are the way you are, and all of that. Once you begin to explore your own beliefs, your own existing mindsets, your own existing assumptions, and where you may have gotten them from, you can begin to entertain, well, what would it be like if I believed that consciousness came first? What would I be like if there was this domain of intelligence, this domain of perception that gives rise to all of what we know to be physical reality and physical life. What would that be like? So you begin to explore what entertaining that kind of perspective, what entertaining that kind of construct, what entertaining that kind of explanation or description of reality would be like for you. So you really have to do the work of exploring your own belief system and begin to entertain these ideas. Now, my books and courses talk at length about what a consciousness first worldview is about, what that shift entails, and there are lots of material in a number of different places that you can explore to begin to, really make that conceptual shift. From that conceptual shift, your participation in that sort of embodiment of a new lens to look out at, the world from will help you begin to integrate all of the good that comes from this kind of perspective. So, what's the one thing that you can do to really level up your experiences of empowerment, your experiences of personal power, your experiences of influence, your experiences of manifestation success? It's this shift. Making that shift to a consciousness first world view, according to me. If you enjoyed this tip on deliberate creation, personal development, consciousness evolution, be sure to visit my website for books, courses, and more to help you in your personal development and personal transformation journey.